Hey everybody, welcome to All RC Fun, where I go over stuff that I think is shareable and that may help you with your builds. Today we're going to take a look at my search and rescue Jeep. It's a Axial SCX10III Gladiator that I have done a couple modifications to, upgraded the steering servo. I put a Fusion FOC quick run Fusion in it, and then a couple other things. I did do a previous video on this one on the Dragon DG1 light controller, but if this is your first time, let me just give you a quick overview of that one. I've got it onto a DX5 rugged because I need 5 channels, and then I put in the Dragon DG1 light controller, and one of the cool things was I was able to remove the paint on the interior and add some interior lights. So let's see if I light it up. Here you can see the dash display lights up for the navigation screen as well as the speedometer and tachometer, and that's just on the first click. The second one gives us low beams, third one gives us high beams, and then the fourth one gives us the rock lights as well. And so, but I do have a different video on that one. I'll put a link down in the description because I hate putting things up here, because then you navigate away from this video and you may never come back. And this one's kind of cool, for me at least. So this is my search and rescue Jeep Gladiator. Of course, I did not get myself ready before this. Alright, so this is the SCX10III Gladiator with the quick run Fusion FOC 1800 kV. Updated the steering servo. I disconnected, removed the dig servo primarily because my steering servo failed. So I just swapped the dig out for the steering servo. And then transmission, I got the stock 2-speed tires and wheels. These are the Hyaks. I think they're the G8. It could be the Predator 1.9s with the black and silver impulse wheel, and then put the Robo Slug inserts into that. Pretty cool. And then I think those are medium. And so for the body, the biggest thing I did is it was just a decal wrap. I wanted to set up something different for Beat the Creek, and went out to, I think there's a county in California that does kind of a crowd posse for the law enforcement out there, which is a search and rescue group, and just kind of went out there and perused the internet, found a design I liked. The one I liked was kind of an orange and black, but because this Rubicon already has the red on the lettering up here, I wanted to go ahead and incorporate the red into it. So that's where kind of the idea came from. And then one thing I did, I don't know if you can come up on camera, is the roof on the stock one is just the same, nice dark gray. And I went ahead and masked everything off, and I taped what usually is your removable roof, a matte black. So I can kind of see the distinction there on the sides between the roof line and the doors. Again, just a little nuance, but I wanted to do that. And previous covered in some PowerPoints on like how I create my own graphics. So go ahead and check that out. Just I get a rough design, you print, refine, and repeat. I figured out which way how I wanted the lines to angle. Try to pay attention to where these pieces were so it didn't mess up with the search and rescue, where the door handles were, and then just simply print it out on paper and line it up and start refining. And then once I did that, for both sides, I then cut out a paper template, and so that I could actually cut how it would lay on the vehicle for a later date. Even punched the holes for where the door handles would be, and then did the same thing for the passenger side. And then once all that was done, it was time to print the real decals. And one of the things I remembered was, I'm going to Beat the Creek. It's likely going to roll over, it's going to scratch, and anything unprotected on a printed vinyl weatherproof, it doesn't matter, it's going to scratch. So what I did is I found in my wife's craft bucket, mainly for the kids' crafts, the Krylon UV resistant clear acrylic coating, as well as Aleene's original acrylics. See, they were gloss finished. So these were both gloss finished options, but they really came out differently. And I'm glad I did a test strip. So, this is the big can versus a small can, but this one turned out a lot glossier than this one did. Again, this is the side that I tested. So you set these two together, and it was really a lot different. So I ended up going with the big can because I wanted it to be protected, but I really, really didn't want a super bright, shiny sheen on it. So that's what I did next. A few soft coats, light, just as you would normally do on any type of paint job. Let it set. One downside was, in order to not have to cut out search, I just went ahead and extended the vinyl and picked a color off of one of the pictures online of one of these, and when I cleared it, it darkened it up a smidge. So if I had to go back and redo these, I'd probably pick just a slightly lighter color of gray so that it blended a little bit better, but just nitpicking myself there. I disassembled the whole body for the application of it, and then printed the final version on a weatherproof vinyl, cut out, test, fit, over and over, and then what I did is I aligned it with where this little rear kind of 3/4 window is line. And so I wanted to line up that and then let the line run diagonally all the way down the vehicle. Again, keeping in mind the hinges so it doesn't mess up with any of the decals, and all the way down to the bottom. And then I just did a separate red wrap all the way back here, again following that same angle line, and just doing all this in PowerPoint so that basically I just copy a line, slide it across the screen, change the color so I don't have to worry truly about the angles because I'm not that good. So yeah, that was kind of fun. Then I did go ahead and took the same thought and theme and put it on the front for search and rescue, just covered up where it used to have the stock stuff up here. And then in the back, did the same thing down here along the bottom of the vehicle. Just added a, move over, it's the law. I think I got my Operation 11 Charlie sticker there, and then just threw an extra EMS one I had from my EMS builds. I think I did pretty good on the, getting it lined up and looking good on this side. It was the second side I did. The first side I didn't turn out exactly perfect, but it was good enough for where I was going. So if I had it to do over again, I would have moved this a little bit up so that I could have a nice, truly red transition line here. And then I just kind of wrapped the vinyl inside both of those there. So that's it for the vinyl part of this. And then the lights, as those of you who have watched my channel know, I like lights. So in addition to this, Dragon DG1 controller, I decided I wanted emergency lights. So I kept the Mitric RC Dragon DG1 connected, and that's just used off of the extra channel I had. And then when I disconnected the dig servo, that then became my light controller channel. If I still wanted the dig servo, I could just put a Y harness down there and then connect it as needed, but then it would only work when the lights were on. But hey, that's just personal preference. This is the UF7C controller. The UF7R is in that rally that I'll cover in a different video. And then you got your roof indicator bar, and I did Evans Designs Nano lights here in the side window. So, and then I also use those same Evan Designs in the rear. So they flash together, and then they flash back and forth. And again, these are independent of the vehicle lights. So I could have the vehicle lights on, and then these come on, and they're in addition to that. I can have the rock lights on, all that. It's all completely independent of the flashing lights. This was a relatively quick build for me because I was pressed for time and was trying to do too much and still got it done. So this is set up for rock crawling. There's no reverse lights. There's no turn signals. And probably what I'll do in the next few months is I'll probably add some search and rescue light pods that would kind of shine out kind of like my tactical does on those. So added 2 here, and then we've got 2 here, 1 on the front, 1 on the side, and 1 here. And if you can see, this and this blink together until it goes opposite, and then the one on this side blinks with this taillight. So you kind of get a diagonal pattern. And then I did the strobes on the front and the quarter. Got here, 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 and here. And then this is the My-Trick RC emergency light bar. It goes through, I think it's 9, 10 cycles. And I just have it cycle through them all. Out, left, right, and then just crazy. So that is my SCX10III Jeep Gladiator search and rescue build. If you have any questions, drop me a note. Please hit that thumbs up button or thumbs down. Tell me what you didn't like. Tell me what you did like. And if you can use any help on these or have any questions, please let me know. I'm really just sharing the fun I'm having, and hopefully can help someone else with something they're trying to do on their build. So all RC fun saying, make yourself smile. If you can, make somebody else smile. Have a great day. See ya. Hey everybody, welcome to All RC Fun. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy T-Ray.